Hey guys, so today we're going to go over how I clean my 6.5 inch Memphis Shades spoiler windshield. Now there's a few ways to do this. This is just the way I do it. And it doesn't involve anything crazy. All stuff that you already have laying around the house. So what we're going to start with is a couple clean rags. I like to use microfibers. You can use a standard cotton or terry cloth towel. Microfibers is what I like to use. You're going to have one to wipe the dirty bugs off and one to buff it clean once all the stuff's off there. Next, we got any kind of empty spray bottle that you can fill up with just a little bit of soap and water. Now, this isn't a one-to-one ratio, right? There's just, for this jug of water, this spray bottle full of water, I just use 3 or 4 drops of this. That's all it takes. Always have this around the shop. It's good to any kind of vinyl lettering you're putting down. You know, if you don't want to put them down dry, you can get them wet first. I use this all the time for a lot of different things. So what we're going to start with is just soaking the windshield down, right? You can see, I'm going to show you a little clip. I have been riding all weekend. And here in Ohio, central Ohio, when it gets dark, especially in the cooler weather, summertime into fall, bugs are crazy. They're everywhere. So let me give you a quick view of what we got going on here before we start. Nasty, huh? Right. Yeah, I don't like it either. So I'm going to show you what I do. We got the spray bottle, just got it on a light mist. We're just going to soak this down. All right? Kind of shake it up, make sure it stays sudsy in there. That way you're not just getting water out. Soak it down. Be very liberal with it. These things are waterproof, right? So we're going to let that soak for a while and let it soften everything up. While that soaks, I'm going to let you know there's another way you can do this. I've never done it this way, but on Memphis Shades website, it shows you how to do this. So you can take a standard cotton cloth. You can get you a soap and water mixture in a bucket. Soak this cloth in the bucket and lay it on the windshield. All you're doing by laying it on the windshield is keeping the moisture intact with the bugs. What I choose to do is you normally have to clean the whole bike off anyways after you clean the windshield. If the windshield's that nasty, you're cleaning the whole bike. So I just use the spray bottle method. It works a lot better for me. Then I take my rag and you just start wiping. Okay? Back and forth. I try not to go in circles. That's just kind of from a paint thing, you know, when you wet sand and buff paint, you don't go in circles. So I just try not to make a bad habit out of something that doesn't have to be. You can see there's tons of bugs coming off on here. I'll do that once or twice. Take my fingers, feel around for bugs. You can rub on anything that's kind of being stubborn there, and it'll come right off. Now, as you can see, it's not polishing the windshield up. It's leaving some residue on there. That's okay. We don't care. As many times as you need to do this. And what I do is I take my hands and feel around. If there's some spots on there that aren't coming off, you just give them a little scrub, and you kind of want to keep moving your towel around. That way, once you get some bugs on there, you don't want to rub them back on the clean windshield. So that's where we're at there, and that feels pretty good. I bet it's good. We're going to take our clean microfiber. I'm just going to wipe that off. Now, sometimes a microfiber doesn't like to get the water off. Sometimes in these streets, fold it back a couple times. Man, that looks good. Mission accomplished. Man, there's some bugs on the inside. How do you get bugs on the inside of a windshield? I always wondered that. All right, look at that. No time at all. That windshield is clean. No harsh chemicals, no window cleaner. Memphis Shades does sell a specific cleaner for their windshields that won't damage it. But as you see, you don't need it. I don't want to take anything from Memphis Shades. I love the company, love their product. Buy their windshields, soap and water to clean them. That's simple. So, before I give you guys an up-close view of this, I'm going to go ahead and clean the backside too, because somehow there's some bugs back there. Hang tight with me. I'm going to give it a quick wipe with this cotton cloth. And there we go. So why don't I show you? And that is how we clean a Memphis Shades windshield. Be safe.